Have you ever envisioned what your retirement will be like after a lifetime of working? Many Malaysians who are about to retire or who have retired are facing rising costs either because they did not save enough or did not earn enough. Saving and learning to invest as early as possible after getting a job is the best plan, but many seem not to understand. I spoke to experts who speak their minds on the matter.
I mean, if you don't save for 10 years, it'll be quite impossible for you to have enough money to pay for down payment for even a link house in the Klang Valley. So that just shows that currently the fresh graduate have higher living expenses but have a stagnant income. So for that matter, it is very challenging for them to save. So to do so, they must really discipline themselves, or to the extent force themselves.
I think the thing about Malaysians is that many Malaysians may not realize the point that there's a priority in planning their own resources and their own life. How much you should save in reality depends on the person's expected lifestyle he wants to have. What is his dreams? What is his goal? Does he want a typical simple life, or does he want to do something much more different? Because all these things have a financial impact.
My opinion is they should start immediately. And the first thing they need to start is basically starting with a budget. Because the budget will actually help you to monitor what are your expenses. And at the same time, once they have a budget, then they will know whether they are living within their means. If they know they are living within their means, then they are doing right.
A majority of Malaysians who work only have their employees' provident fund or government pensions to live on. However, EPF data shows that 2/3 of members with 6 years to retirement have less than 50,000 ringgit in their EPF accounts, and this is an amount that will likely be used up within 5 years.
I was basically an insurance agent, then I became a manager with AIA. And while the agents were going around telling the clients that it's easy to die, I went around saying it's not easy to die. It's a long period of unemployment is coming after age 55 or 60. Long. I started talking to clients to plan their retirement. They need a lot of money. If you live up to 75, which is very common today, to live up to 75, 85. For example, in my home, 80% of my residents, 23 of them, are above 85. To stop working at age 55 and to live up to 85, we are looking at 30 years. Your own children, they don't enough to look after themselves. So how are they to look after you?
Malaysia is on the way to become an aging population. By 2030, more than 1/10 of the population will be senior citizens. And these senior citizens and retirees, according to experts, will be facing a financial crunch given their low savings and the lack of personal financial management. So there's a need for Malaysians to start looking beyond EPF and government pensions to enhance their retirement savings.
Yeah, we are facing basically a financial time bomb. You look at it. People don't have much money in their EPF. Okay, there's a huge amount of people. All right, the income is not growing. Because graduates are getting income which graduates 15 years ago similarly get the same kind of income. Similarly, you work it out on inflation. All right, cost is going up. Whether it's health, education, all right, transport, food, everything is going up. So what is that? That is a perfect storm for an explosion.
How late is late to save? That's a very tough question. Actually, it's never too late to save, I would say. But first thing you must know, you must be aware that basically you need to save. They should actually plan first is what we call emergency fund or contingency fund. Because when they start work, of course they have an income. And then they should at least take 10% of the income and then save for contingency fund. Because in any worse economic situation, if they lose their job, then basically they will have at least 6 months or to a year of excess money, which will help them to tie over that period before they find a new job.
A person should save about 30% of your salary. That 30% is not all from you. Another 11% will be from the EPF. So that is considered a saving as well. So you need to save another 19%. So if you can save that amount of money, whether you are in the 30s, 40s or 50s, and then you can invest the money, you are pretty sure that you'll be on the path to the financial freedom.
Malaysian households have very little savings, as data from the EPF shows. A whopping 9/10 of rural households have no savings, while urban households are not far behind. 1 in 3 Malaysians do not have a savings account, and more than half of Malaysian households have no savings of any sort. Zunaira Said, The Star TV.